welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. I am a mom to a 12-year-old little boy, not so little anymore, and I have a 3-month-old baby boy. So today I want to talk about baby stuff. So he's 3 months old, so I want to go through some of our things that we really like and disliked for the first 3 months. So some of these things, I tried to pick things that were not your run-of-the-mill, like everybody loves, everybody's favorite. So some of the bigger items that are not pictured, I'm sure you guys know what these are, for instance, are the doc-o-tot. We love our doc-o-tot. It's, I find, a 50-50 thing. You either love it or you hate it. We love ours. We use it every single day. The boppy. We love the boppy pillow. I didn't use my best friend pillow. I only had the boppy, but we use it all the time. It's great for tummy time. It's great for him just to lay and look around on the bed. It's not great when they're really little because their head kind of like tilts down and they're too squished in there, but after they get a little bit of neck strength and they're a little bit bigger, they fit in a lot better. So that's another thing we loved. The boppy lounger, I hated it. I didn't feel like he sat in there really great. Some people really love it. I have one. It's brand new. It's still in the package. We used it maybe 4 or 5 times. I hated it. I would not repurchase that as a new mom. I think that there's things that are better. The doc-o-tot, the Snuggle Me, other options versus the baby boppy loungers. So some of these things are going to be a kind of like duh thing, and some of them are going to be hopefully things that help people that are having babies maybe get an idea of what I shouldn't say what to and to not buy, because it's all personal preference of what you like. Obviously some people hate the doc-o-tot. We love the doc-o-tot. I watched, who was it? Rob Beauty Christie. She was like, we never use this thing. It's not worth the money. I would pay $175 over twice for the next child, and I would not want to be without it because of the amount that we use it. We carry it all over the house. We use it in all the different rooms. We love it so much. So it's just personal preference. These are just things that I feel like for us and our family worked out or didn't work out really good. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just some baby like general products that we love. Aquaphor. This stuff is gold. Works great on his face. It's really thick and shiny, but it works. So I also like to use it behind his ears because he has a little bit of eczema, which my first baby had, and it clears it up like right away. So we love this stuff. Definitely I need to get a bigger bottle because it's something you can use on their hands, their feet, in between any kind of fat roll where it might get red. It's great. Another one is the, you don't have to get the little remedies, but saline spray or drops, we have both, are great. Right now it's 1,000,000 degrees out now, outside, and the weather's kind of like hot and muggy and gross, and our baby's been getting a little bit of a stuffy nose and kind of clogged up. So we just do a couple drops in each side of his nose. I make sure to sit him up so he doesn't choke. And then I lay him back down and let it kind of just simmer in there. And then I take the Frida nose sucker, which is my second favorite. I will insert, so the regular bulb suckers, which is like the blue ones you get from the hospital, I'll put a picture up here, is crap. We don't like it. The thing's too long, their nose is too little, it's crap. The little remedies one that came with this is 100% hands down way better than that one. I will insert a picture of that one up there. But by far, if you're going to buy only one, get the nose Frida. It sounds disgusting. Everybody thinks it sounds disgusting, but it's worth every single penny. You stick it in their nose, it's got a tube, you suck real hard and it sucks the boogers out. It doesn't have to go really in his nose and cause any kind of, just sores or anything, or you don't accidentally poke him when he turns his head or anything like that. So those 2 products we highly, highly recommend. Diaper rash cream I was going to put in here. I think it's all great. Desitin, the Honest one's good. All across the board, I haven't had any problems with any of them, but our baby hasn't really had many diaper rashes, so I don't really have a good basis for what works and what doesn't. So diaper rash cream can't really help you there. I think all of them work fairly well, in my personal opinion. Next thing, baby cotton swabs. These things are so cool. They are chubby. So, oh man, I don't have this one open. This is a new box, but so they're like kind of thin on the top, and then they get really like bulbous in the middle and then get thin again. They're perfect because you can stick it in your baby's ear just enough where it goes in their ear, and then you twist it, and the bulb part that's fat picks up everything in the kind of outer area, and then the skinny part picks up in the inner area, but you don't have to worry about poking a hole through your baby's brain, because that's every time I think he's gonna turn his head and it's gonna just like poke into his ear and something's gonna get ruptured, and I have a lot of anxiety about it. So these things are really great. I didn't even think twice about them, and I got some for I think my baby shower, and we used one when he was littler, and now this is all I use for his ears to clean them, and they work really, really good. And they're literally like $2 at Walmart. Okay, the next thing, another thing I have a huge anxiety about is his fingernail clippers. So I actually cut his finger the first time that we cut his fingernails. I cut his finger. I felt so awful about it, and I had so much anxiety that I wouldn't cut them again. And they were getting so long that he has to wear mittens 24/7 because his fingernails get so long so fast that they were scratching his face. So these little ones you can get, they're like 5 million different ones. They scare me. I won't use them. So good luck with that. I'm sure that people have no problem. I don't remember ever having a problem with my first son, but now I use this. This is off of Amazon. It is a baby nail filer, and it's like a little machine. You have your little different toppers on it, and then it literally just files their nails. It was really inexpensive, and you can go slower or faster, and then the pads go from like a really coarse one that you wouldn't want to use to a really soft one, and they work fine. And the thing I like about this is the soft one is so soft that because their fingers are so fat and chubby, you hit their finger when you do it. It's not gonna scrape off the skin. You can do it on your own finger and feel. It's just like a soft pad, but it's enough to get their fingernails short. And so if you rub it along like their actual finger and their fingernail and gonna go in a circular motion, then it just kind of files it down and doesn't hurt their fingers. So this is like foolproof. You don't have to worry about hurting them, which is what I'm so scared about. The only downside to this is sometimes it goes really fast. There's not like an ultra slow on there, so you have to kind of like make sure you're going in a circular pattern, because if you go just like straight on it, it will like buzz down the front, and then it'll be flat but it'll be sharp on the corners, and you have to kind of like redo the corners carefully. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a learning curve, but you can practice on your own fingernails, and this is a like tried and true. We'll never go back to regular fingernail clippers ever. So okay. So another thing that I would never buy again, baby bath towels. These are the cute little adorable sets that everybody sells, Amazon, Target, Walmart, and they're like 3 towels and then like a set of washcloths. The washcloths are okay. They're really, really thin. The towel, you guys, these towels are, you can't really tell, but they are the thinnest material ever. And it's not very big, and I know a baby's not very big, but my baby's really fat, and so when I wrap this, it doesn't even wrap really all the way around, nor go up on the bottom enough to really encase him. So they're not worth it. Baby towels are so cute, and maybe if you get one that's a better quality, they're fine, but I would not buy these little sets that everybody gets that have the little animals on them and stuff, because I just don't recommend them. They're so thin. I would much rather have him in a big adult fluffy warm soft towel than this little dinky thing, and I just don't recommend these. Some people, I mean, they're fine, it works, it's not like it doesn't work. I just think that it would be better spent the money to just buy like some really soft, nice adult sized towels. I really do. I don't think that these are worth it, as cute as they are. Okay, so the next thing, we went through the hardest time when it came to sleep sacks. We bought the what's this thing called? Love to Swaddle with the hands up. Our baby hated it. We bought the Halo which I will insert a picture up here. The Halo Sleep Sack, out of all the ones we tried, probably was the best, I guess, design overall. The thing I don't like about it is once you put the Velcro on, if your baby wiggles, it pushes that whole section that's Velcroed on their chest up. And so if they're at all leaned forward a little bit, it pushes on their neck right here, and it kind of like squishes their neck. And we had a really chubby baby, so I was scared that it was gonna like suffocate them from putting pressure on. Even if they're flat on their back, it works its way up further than I would like it. No matter how far, even if you try to wrap it down at an angle backwards, it still had that problem. So the best thing we found, I don't have a picture of it because it's packed away in his newborn stuff, was one that I didn't want anything near his neck, period. I did not want anything that was going to ride up. And so we found this one on Amazon. It's kind of the weirdest design. So it's like a swaddle, but it's only for their upper body. So it goes from like their belly up to their upper arm. And it's got two little pillows in it. I will insert a picture. It's off of Amazon. It was the best thing swaddle-wise that we bought. You put the baby on it, you put the pillows on the inside of their arms, and then wrap the two sides around, so it's only on their body about this much, rather than having the whole bottom and then having anything up top. Our baby just did not like to be swaddled really tight after about a month, so we had to, actually it was about 2 months. We had to get rid of them all because he would get totally pissed off with his arms down. He wanted his arms up here, but he didn't like the Love to Dream. And so we just ex-nayed them, and now he sleeps great. He sleeps with his little arms in the air, out, over. It's adorable. But that of the swaddles that we tried was the best. These ones are fine for when they're bigger. They don't swaddle them, but here's my con with actual gowns. This is a zipper one, so it's more like a sleep sack. The gowns are adorable. I bought like 10 really expensive ones. If you don't get a fabric that's really, really stretchy, even the Carter's ones and some of the ones off Amazon, here's the problem with that. When your baby has a blowout and you don't have a zipper on a gown, and you have to take the bottom of the gown up and over your very chubby baby's whole body that has poop spread all up his back, and try to not get poop everywhere, it's just not a good situation. So I don't like them because they have to go up and over, and our baby's really fat, and as much as I love him, it's hard to get things sometimes on and off of him unless they're like oversized. So we didn't do gowns. I bought so many of them because they were so cute. Some of them were not stretchy material whatsoever, were not going to work. The really stretchy ones were great, but I didn't like the design of it. So if I was to do gowns again, I wouldn't do the stretchy ones. As nice as they are to pull the bottom up and change them, I would do sleep sacks like this that zip from the bottom. So that's my next favorite thing. Anything that zips from the bottom is all I would buy next time. Also, the magnet ones are fantastic. Buttons, hell no. Whoever wants to put on 5,000 buttons in the middle of the night, like, that's the worst design. I'm not doing buttons in the middle of the night. Sometimes I would just leave them unbuttoned and leave the bottom open because I was so tired at 2 or 3 in the morning that I was like, screw it, I'll just put a blanket over them. So buttons are no-go for the first couple months. In my personal opinion, I didn't like them. Even zippers was still a pain because if it's cold, you have to unzip the whole thing to change their diaper in the middle of the night. So my favorite design is zippers that zip from the bottom. These ones, just for instance, they have a zipper that zips from the top to the bottom, and then they have a zipper that zips from the bottom up. So in the middle of the night, you just zip up this just enough to get his legs and his little bottom half out, change him, and then zip it closed. Then he doesn't get so cold. Sometimes when he gets really cold, then it wakes him up. If I'm turning on lights and I'm making things bright and making him cold, it tends to kind of stir him awake a little bit more. So anything that can kind of keep him in that sleep zone is what I recommend. So anything that zips from the bottom. Even now, these are literally 6-month pajamas and our baby's 3 months. That just shows you for size reference. He's literally like the Michelin Man. I love him because he's so roly-poly, and he's the cutest thing ever. But he is a chunker. So yeah, zip, anything, bottom zip, great design, 100%. Also the magnet ones are a little bit easier than buttons because they just kind of like together. And you can just do the bottom, and seems like with buttons, I always unbutton one, and then somehow the rest of them all get unbuttoned the rest of the way, and it's just stupid. Okay, so 3 last things before my video gets really long. 2 things that I think that we didn't buy enough of. Blankets. I did not buy a lot of baby blankets because I thought that we wouldn't use them. I thought that we would just use them periodically and use the same ones over and over and over. That was a mistake. I had about 4 or 5, and now I have about 15. We keep them all over the house. They're constantly being spit up on, or pooped on, or peed on, or dropped on the ground and need to be washed, or in the cars. And so we have some downstairs, some in his nursery, some in our room, and they're constantly being filtered through in the wash and dirty clothes and stuff. So the like 4 or 5 I had didn't even make it through more than like a week, and we're like, we need to get some more blankets. So we have so many baby blankets. I didn't think we need them, but we do use all of them. Every single one gets used, and so we just keep them all over the house. Another thing that this is probably one item I would recommend getting the most of anything that you buy besides diapers and wipes for the baby period, is burp cloths. I bought a pretty good amount of burp cloths. We use, dear God, we go through burp cloths like crazy, because it seems like every time we feed him, it seems to get wet or spit up, and the next time you go to feed him, that one stinks and you don't want to use it. So we're only using a burp cloth sometimes, usually for one feed, and you're feeding him 7,000 times a day. So we highly recommend getting an overabundance of burp cloths, just period. One thing I would probably recommend is paying attention to the reviews. I bought these ones off of Amazon. There's like one with a skunk on it. These are really cute, but they have, the pattern on them is some kind of applique that's a little bit more crusty and hard. So these are not, as cute as they are, they're not my favorite because they aren't very soft. They're a little scratchy, and I think I did read that in reviews, and I was like, but they're so cute, I have to have them. Just don't buy them, okay? They're so cute. I think they're made by like Gerber or something. Don't buy them. Also, these ones off of Amazon, they come in a huge variety of patterns. I have a blue set. I have this set, which was like a buffalo print red Christmas set. These things, as absorbent as they are, they wash horribly. Whatever's on the inside of these gets all fluffy, and it's like when you wash a pillow and it gets all gross in the inside. That's how these get. So I highly don't recommend these because they just don't wash well, and you can kind of flatten them out and reuse them, but to be honest with you, they just don't, longevity wise, last long, and they get kind of weird, and then they're like weird to fold over your like arm because they're all puffy in certain spots, and I just don't recommend them. These ones, however, are my absolute favorite. These are made by Carter's. And this one is made by Gerber. So these are a set that I got from Target by Gerber. They are just the long, skinny ones with a pattern on them, still cute, and they are soft. So the pattern on them is just literally a pattern. There's no like applique or anything, and then they're like a towel on the back. Those ones I love. Also, same design by Carter's, the long, skinny ones that are the towel fabric on the back. And they're the same style. These I've washed these things, both of these sets, a million times, and they hold up so well. We love them, and I actually purchased some more to have some extras because I'm going to get rid of all of those other ones that don't work so well. Just like I said, pay attention to the reviews. If you can go into store and buy them in store, feel them. Feel the material. Don't get anything that's got a whole bunch of layers because it might not wash great. Get something that's thin but still absorbent and is going to wash well. And that's my personal opinion on. Very last thing, mittens. Dear God, we went through so many mittens. So, loser mittens. I'm going to put a picture again up here of the mittens that I suggest you don't buy. These mittens come in a huge pack off of Amazon. They're crap. These mittens came off of a pack on Amazon. They're crap. The band on the arm gets worn out, and they just, for one thing, they're huge on my little baby's hands. Same with these ones. It's like he's got little frying pans on his hand. The little stitching that's in here, you can see, look how big this hole is. I can stretch this out like to my whole hand. These are the cheapest thing ever, and after 1 or 2 washes they're done for, so which sucks because you get so many. And then these ones that are striped, I didn't like them either. They didn't fit well. So some of my highly recommended ones, these ones, like the ones that come from Gerber and stuff, these are from Gerber. They're okay. They're still not great, to be honest with you. They're still almost just don't stay on their hands because it's not tight enough. I know you don't want it to be too tight, but you need it to be tight enough to stay on there. So my 2 recommendations are these guys off of Amazon. They're kind of dirty. I need to wash them. They've been gnawed on. These ones have Velcro on the bottom, and they come in a variety of different colors and stuff from Amazon. They Velcro so you can tighten them. These are mainly for smaller babies. They won't fit your baby after maybe a couple months, and they're kind of expensive. They're $14.99 for 2, so yours like $7.50 a pair, which is kind of expensive compared to the other mittens. But if you buy a few pairs of these will be perfect for you and your baby to use for the first couple months over and over, and you just wash them. They wash great. They work great because you can tighten them and they stay on, and I just really like them. But my very favorite are these ones. This brand is called Child of Mine. It's made by Carter's, and these mittens have the best design. They are kind of round, kind of small, and they have an actual like bungee, what do you call this stuff? Elastic bottom that stays so well. I love these so much that I went to 2 different Walmarts and I bought all of the ones that they had, because right now they don't carry these a lot. They'll come out with like one set that matches one of their sets. So like this lion set came with one of the Walmart sets that has the whole collection. So I bought both of the pairs that one Walmart had. Then I went to another Walmart and bought both of the pairs that Walmart had. Then I tried to find them online, had a very hard time finding them. So I ordered a big lot of them off of Poshmark, of a whole bunch of different mittens for like $20, just to get the like 4 pairs of these kind of mittens that were in the lot. And it was still worth it because we still use these to this day. This is our favorite ones. This shape, it's small, it fits his hand, it's not too oversized, and the bottom stays so well. And he probably, I would say he's got about another month before these are going to be too small on his actual wrists. So you probably get about 3-4 months use out of these ones. But if you're going to buy mittens, find these babies. These are the best mittens ever created. I guess a couple other things are, another thing some people hate and some people love, wipe warmer. We absolutely recommend getting a wipe warmer. It, again, helps with not waking up your baby by making their little buttons all cold in the middle of the night. And we love ours. We use it to this day. It's in our room on our dresser. We use it every single day. It is fantastic, and I recommend that. I will post a picture of the one that we have. I can't remember who makes it, but I'll put a picture up here. Definitely one of my favorite baby things overall. Diapers. Somebody asked me about diapers the other day. We have tried every diaper. We have tried the Honest diapers, Loves, Huggies, Pampers, some off-brand, Costco. In my opinion, they all work fine. People have a lot of different opinions. People say that the Honest ones don't work very good. I didn't have any problems with the Honest ones. We've used a little bit of everything since he's been born. He hasn't had any weird sensitivities to them, no rashes, nothing like that, and they all seem pretty absorbent. The only thing that I don't like about the Honest diapers, period, is I do not like that they don't have a pee strip on them. I don't know if that's called a pee strip, but I'm going to call it that for the sake of that's what it is. It's a little strip on the diaper that tells you if they peed, because even if they don't pee a lot. Sometimes you can't tell, and I like the Pampers ones and stuff because they've got the little line, so even if it's just peed a little bit, it still shows up blue and you know that you need to change them. And so the Honest ones don't have that. That would be my only recommendation to them, is to maybe add that on there, because it is nice. I like the diapers. The diapers are fine. They may be a little less absorbent. I don't know, but we've had blowouts in all of the brands. We've had pee-throughs in all of the brands. And so I don't have really a preference of what I think is great and what isn't. And so, yeah. Anyways, that was my rant. I think that pretty much covers everything, baby-wise, of things that we loved, things that we didn't really like, and things that we would highly recommend, and things that we most definitely wouldn't recommend. So hopefully that gives somebody just a reference of everybody's got their personal preference. This is just me. This is my situation. This is what we thought of things. Some people may love the things that I hated, and that's totally okay. This is just one more person's opinion and a little bit of reference for somebody that is a new mom or going to be having a baby, of things that maybe we think that are just worth the money. Thank you for hanging out, and we will see you guys next time.